Aquarius. This is your reading, your weekly reading from August 5th to 11th. That's Wednesday through Tuesday. And I pre-shuffled the cards so I can get right to the reading. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you connect with some of this. And I always appreciate the support either way. If you end up deciding later that I'm not one of those readers that you connect with, because we always connect with some readers more than others, because we have those types of connections even with our tarot readers. And if there's something here that you think I should have a dislike, please let me know in the comment section. Some constructive criticism, so I know what's going on. I am new, so you never know, these things can happen. All right, let's see what's going on with you first. Okay, your overall energy is a King of Pentacles. You are quite capable of taking care of yourself. And so no matter what's going on here, you're going to be okay. You're also a Queen of Swords, but you're not quite ready to open up to your person with intimate communications to discuss things. You have a lot of regret over some things that have gone wrong with your person. You're also a Knight of Pentacles, which is a slow-moving knight. You wanna do this right, but you're not ready to start working on it. You're also a Page of Pentacles. You have a lot of pentacles going. You're working in a lot of earth energies. You're being very practical. That's unusual for you, Aquarius. So you're looking at this with a childlike wonder. This is in the upright. And even though you're not ready to come and do this correctly and start off simply, you see the potential. You want to look at this from, not being jaded by all the things that have gone wrong. You want to see this, this wonder that you can start from this fresh perspective. You are, the hangman is usually upside down. So when the hangman is right side up, it is always an interesting position to be in. I think you're afraid of seeing things from a different perspective. Perhaps you're afraid. You're afraid to talk about it, and you're afraid to see things a certain way, and you're full of regret. Now, I don't know if everything's your fault, but I have a feeling that you're concerned that well, I mean, I don't know, you regret something. So I'm not saying it was the be all and end all that you think it is, but either way you feel it. You're worried that it is. Your heart is broken. And so that's why I was thinking to myself, if you regret all this, but somebody broke your heart, there's a lot of complexity with this situation. It's not black and white. And I think you know that. So I feel like maybe the timing is not, maybe this is too fresh to you. Maybe you need time to sort it all out. I mean, you are a King of Pentacles after all. So you need some time on your own, because you're very capable and you're self-sufficient, and you need some time to sort this stuff through, because this is awful, right? You don't want to feel like that. And also you don't want to feel like this either. Look, look, where is all this fighting, whether it's internal battles or what kind of battles it is? It's exhausting. I think though that that in order to push through all this, even if you have some baggage from the past to bring to this situation, even if you end up having to talk about it, I think that you got to start making that journey. But ultimately, I think you kind of sense that you're fine on your own, and that the situation with your person it doesn't look, I don't think you believe it's really possible, but I think you want to, because the only reason you're here, you want to look at it from a new you want to be able to see it from this childlike wonder. You don't want to see it from this other perspective, because it's just going to bring, but you do know that in order to find your way back to this person, you're going to have to start this journey. Let's see what your person has to say, Aquarius. All right, and I pre-shuffle when we first start, but when it comes to flipping over to your person's reading, I definitely need to do some shuffling. Let me do some hand shuffling real quick. That's my favorite kind anyway, but all right, let's get started. Your person. It's got some strong energies too. You know, I kind of am feeling a certain sadness, whatever you're going through. Maybe because it's fresh, or it's fresh enough that you're just not in a wonderful place. But these things happen, you know. This is a weekly reading, so, you know, sometimes I've seen in a couple of readings for some signs here that it's been a long time coming, but things turn around. It just it's never fun when you're at this stage. And I'm not saying that's for all of you. There might be other ways to read these cards so that they also represent for those of you that are just perhaps, you know, it's not all doom and gloom. It's just that maybe you're preferring to be on your own for a little while. There could be some other ways to see it. So if I'm targeting the reading mostly towards the group that I'm sensing mostly, but there's certainly other ways to read it. And I try to catch different ways of seeing it along the way. But either way, in what I saw in the last, I would almost say that you're not interested in pursuing this anymore. But because you're here, I think you are. And so, but those of you that it resonates for, I think part of you might just need to hear that you're ready to let it go. And that could be your person's overall energy is strength. They're ready to be vulnerable. I think they feel the worst is over. This is the winter solstice card. You know, you've probably heard me say that. I every time I see it, I don't see it as this horrible thing. I mean, the ending is horrible, of course, but just like the darkest date of the year, it only can get sunnier from there. And look, the sun, it's not in the upside, obviously, but it's on the table. It's on deck. It wants to come out, and that means from winter solstice we're reaching towards the sunnier days. So your person sees better days ahead with you. They're a little afraid of the transformation. Probably, you know, I would say in doing your side of things in the cards in the last round. You know, a lot of that could be explained by saying that, you know, you're kind of afraid of the transformation yourself. So maybe they're seeing something there. I think that your person wants to come into union with you, but they're afraid to do this right now. They have some choices to make, but they know that they can't run away from this. This is whatever they feel. Whatever's going on between you, it's eternal. So there's a certain soulmate energy here, and that's probably why it hurts so much. I think your person knows that they're gonna have to take whatever was good and leave the rest behind, because it is just so badly broken. I think they feel a little trapped, and like there's not anything they can do. They might be waiting for a sign from you. Maybe they're waiting for you to open their eyes, take the blindfold off so they can see what they're dealing with. They are ready to be vulnerable. I think they love you very much, but it's just so badly broken. They are, they're not dealing with their grief over it yet. So I think they're still in a state of shock on some level. They're not going through the grieving process yet. And that's probably why they're a little afraid of transformation. They kind of, they're in, okay, if they're not working it through, it's a little bit, it's not gonna, well, let me see. Before I assume that they aren't really capable of healing correctly, maybe, because I don't see them going through the grieving process, but they want to move the barriers. Okay, so I think that they want to fix it, but there's some work that they need to do on their own, and I'm not quite sure how they're going to do that if they just try to fix it without doing the work. They see you as their soulmate, and they don't want to lose you. So it may just be a matter of, even if they know that the work needs to be done, they're afraid of losing this forever. And they're willing to be vulnerable. So maybe they're... Let's see what the romance angels have to say about it, because it concerns me that they're not working through this. Let's see, maybe the angels can help us with understanding. Because on the other hand, they're willing to be vulnerable, and they're willing to, you know, move everything out of the way. But I hope that maybe they're stuffing it down, and that's the thing that concerns me a little bit. Getting to know each other. I think you need to start over again. Maybe because the worst has happened. Just, you know, it might be about trying to forgive each other and start over with a clean slate and just get to know each other again. It's worth waiting for. So maybe it's going to take a while for this person. This is a weekly reading, so maybe we'll see this person working it out, because it's on the table. So yeah, you know what, that gives me some relief. That's right. So since it's here, this person is going to, they're just not ready to right now. But it's worth waiting for. Forgiving and learning. Well, what was I saying here? You have to forgive each other and get to know each other again. And last but not least, I have my own deck that I use to try to see what your other person was. But I think that they yeah, so let's see. Thinking. See what your person would say to you. I'm thinking about it. Deep down, I've always been in love with you, or at least a part of my heart. So I think that I think there was a lot of confusion over how they felt about you. And deep down, they knew that you were their soulmate. And a part of their heart was in love with you. Well, Aquarius, I know it's not an easy road, but I don't see this as a deal breaker. I think that there's some work and there's some time. Time heals wounds. This person's going to move heaven and earth to try to work this out if you want to. I'm just not sure you do. And you have every right. It looks like it wasn't a really pretty situation. You have every right to walk away. All right. Until next time. Oh, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And let me know if you need to hit a dislike, some constructive criticism, so I know what I did, because I'm new. Okay, thanks.